Hey everyone, for today's print and paint, we will be doing Griffith from BERSERK. I'm starting off by putting a coat of gray primer. It's hard to see in the video because it's gray on gray. My black primer did arrive though, so we'll be using that for future videos. Most of Griffith is covered in armor, so I'll be using this Vallejo metal color as the base coat for all of his body. The metal paint ended up giving the exact look that I was hoping for, so I was pretty happy with that. Here I'm just doing the back side of his lower body, and I'm trying to avoid overspray on the parts that aren't armor. For his pants I used a black contrast paint. After I was done with the contrast paint, I let it dry and noticed that the pants had a little bit of a shine to them that I didn't want, so I went over it with a coat of Vallejo black acrylic paint. His belt is a dark leather brown, so I went with this dark wood paint. After finishing with the belt, I used the same paint on the back leather parts of his pants. Now I'm going to airbrush the metal paint on the rest of his armor. I'm starting off with the torso and we'll move on to the arms after. For his torso, there are some parts that are gold, so I'm going over those parts with a Vallejo gold paint. I also think this really helps the armor pop out more. This is a small sword. There's a couple more that are going to be part of the base. I'm just painting gold where I think it looks right. There's a bit going on with the base here. It has broken pillars, some tombstones, and dirt on the bottom. Definitely more to work with on this base compared to past videos. I decided to paint the base color gray so I could get all the stone parts covered, and we'll be back to add some more detail later. For Griffith's cape, I'm using the same gray that I used on the base. Maybe I could have gone for a different color, but I'm not a fan of having too many different colors on your character. I also think this will help tie the character into the base. For the skin, I'm starting off with this red flesh and just spraying it in certain areas that I want to have a bit of a red undertone. For the skin color, I mixed natural flesh and highlight skin. I didn't just use natural flesh by itself because I want to keep his skin tone light. For his eyes, I'm starting off with painting the white part. I definitely wish I had a smaller paintbrush for this part. Let me know if any of you have any recommendations. Here I'm doing the black border for the eyes. Anime characters usually have a black border around their eyes, and it just looks good in general. I added a little red to his lips, and then went over it with a light skin color, so his lips have a little bit of a pink hue to them. Now back to the base. For the dirt parts of it, I'm using this hardened leather paint. I'm just dropping it in places where it looks like it should be and brushing it around. For the cracks in the stone, I dropped some black paint in there just to add some more detail. Also, Griffith's stance looked kinda like a victory pose on a battlefield, so I thought adding some blood to the base was fitting. Now to finish off the base, I'm attaching the swords. The first sword I placed where it's supposed to be, the rest I just put where I thought looked good. Now that the base is complete, we can start assembling Griffith. Seeing everything come together is definitely the most satisfying part of the process for me. Let me know what you guys think about the paint job in the comments below. If any of you watching would like to reach out to me for purchasing a print, any questions, or you want to share your own work on similar projects, you can reach me at FiguresForged3D on TikTok and Instagram. Links for my socials are in the description below. We're coming up on the end of the video now, so if you enjoyed, hit the like button. If you didn't, just do it anyway. Comment, subscribe, bell thingy. Thanks, bye.